Hello, my name is Jim DeMeo and this is A Course in Miracles. Today's lesson is 170. There is no cruelty in God and none in me. This lesson, like so many in the Course in Miracles, helps us to understand fear. We see that fear is used when we're most afraid. We look for something that we fear to protect us, so we try and get on the right side of it, and then have the illusion of its protection. But actually, this insane idea doesn't really work very well in practicality either, because we still feel afraid. And when it comes down to the end of fears, what we really see is that we've been taught to be afraid of God. Yes, we've been taught about a punishing God. We've given an image of God. We were given an image of lightning and thunder threatening us in the sky. We took shelter in the church with a roof to protect us from the lightning. And yet in that church we had these rules that we used out of fear to protect us from fear, to protect us from the judgment and wrath of God. For many of us, we were raised with a very cruel God, a God who capriciously would condemn us to eternal suffering for offenses that we didn't even really understand. We learned about a God that was far more human than godly, easily offended, fragile, vindictive, vengeful. And from that, we began to imagine ourselves as cruel and needing to be cruel to others who we perceived as more cruel than us. This whole insane, fearful program has been around for thousands of years, and yet now, indeed, we are ready to just chuck it. We do not need a God of stone who has no real power and no real compassion. Instead, we see our source as love, an unabiding, always there love. A love that we can count on, a love that we are made from. And slowly but surely we begin to see that we too are love, and that our brothers and sisters indeed are loved too. This forgiveness process takes time, yet we've made great strides in stepping away from the fearful, vengeful God, from a fear that doesn't protect us from fear, but is fear. So now, we join together in relieving each other of fear, being there for one another, and most importantly, encouraging one another to see ourselves from love and of love.